few months ago, I fell into a very dangerous comfort zone. The kind where you think you're doing okay just because everybody around you is doing okay and they're doing the same thing. Well, I came to Germany for my master's, landed a job in my field, started earning a decent salary, went out occasionally for parties, met up with friends. Life was just fine. But something felt off, like that feeling when you're watching the Netflix series and suddenly you realize that you've just wasted 6 hours and you don't even like the show. Yeah, that feeling. It nagged at me, that unsettling thought that I hadn't crossed so many hurdles just to live a fine life. If you've ever felt that way, like there's something more out there, but you're not sure what, then stick around. Stick around. A quick disclaimer, there's nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with having a stable job, a steady income, a peaceful life. Honestly, that's the dream of a lot of people. But some of us have this thumping fire running in our veins, a restlessness, the kind of energy that makes you want to start something big. The problem, we don't always know where to direct that energy. And that is exactly what this podcast is about. Welcome to the Executive's Diary. Hi there, I'm Sarah Kamal, your host, and you're listening to the very first episode of the Executive's Diary, a podcast by dreamers for dreamers turning visions into reality, where we talk about the untold stories beyond that corner office. A little about myself. I come from a humble home in India, currently living in Germany, and I'm on my personal journey, navigating this messy, unpredictable, and absolutely terrifying journey of starting and scaling your own business. Through this podcast, I'll share real experiences, practical tips, and in the upcoming episodes, I'll bring on guests who have already figured out some of the stuff so that we don't have to learn everything the hard way. So let's begin. Most people think that starting something new, whether it's a new business, a side hustle, or even a new skill set, means quitting your job, selling your belongings, moving to the top of the mountains to find yourself. Yeah, no. Well, the first step does not need to be so dramatic. It can start right now in this very room, because the change begins here. It's all about the mindset, you see. And no, I don't mean the usual believe in yourself, cheesy motivational poster kind of a thing. I mean something deeper, believing in your potential, even if you're not there yet. Think of it in this way. You want to and you have the potential to run a marathon. But right now, let's be honest, you run out of breath even running after the bus. You have the potential to start a business, but right now you don't even have a new idea and you're Googling in how to start a business. But hey, that's okay. That's absolutely okay, because having a growth mindset doesn't mean that you're already an expert in this field today. It simply means that you can become one day. And trust me, even Elon Musk didn't pop out of the womb launching rockets, right? So it needs to start somewhere. So why not now? So let's get serious and ask ourselves for a minute. What does success look like for me? If you want to walk on this path, take this journey, then you need to be crystal clear on what exactly does my destination look like. Is it financial freedom? Great. Then how much money do you want to earn or save at the end of this period? Is it intellectual growth? Okay. Then what skills do you want to master? And they have to be specific skills. It can't be all of them. Is it spiritual fulfillment? Do you want that inner peace? Is it that you're trying to turn your personality into something, or you want to stop that overthinking brain of yours? Is it career transformation? Are you a marketing person and you want to turn into a data guy, get into the AI field? Whatever is your destination, if you can visualize it clearly, you've already won half the battle. Let me repeat that again. If you can visualize that destination clearly, you have already won half the battle. How crazy is that? Now, once your vision is clear, it's time to make the game plan. So let's start with step 1, which would be finding your niche. What's that one thing that excites you, a problem you want to solve, or something, a topic or an industry on which you can talk or do that for hours and not get bored? That is your niche. And you don't have to be an expert in it right now. It just has to be something that aligns with your deepest desires. So, once your niche is perfected, you need, step 2, a strategy. A plan that actually works. Unlike that one time you told yourself, okay, I'll wake up at 5 a.m. and be more productive. No. What are the resources that you have? What are the things that you want to complete? Is it a couple of courses or on LinkedIn or Coursera that you want to learn? Are there a specific set of LinkedIn people that you want to connect or groups that you want to get in? You basically need to know what are the steps that you need to take and put that into your strategy. So once we are done with that, we are done with creating the strategy, we come to the step 3, and that is setting a timeline. If your goal is to be successful someday, guess what? Someday never really comes. So let's break it down. What will the next 3 months look like? What will the next 6 months look like? What are those small wins that I can achieve in 3 weeks? Or what are those things that I can start this very week? It's your life and it's your timeline, whatever suits best to you. It's important to figure out when you're going to work on your dream, because if you leave it to, I'm going to work on my dream when I have free time, we both know that's not going to happen. You're going to end up binge watching YouTube maybe. So here we come to step number 4, and that is building a routine that reflects your strategy and your visions. And remember, your strategy and your routine, they don't have to be perfect from day one. You are a work in progress masterpiece. So all that needs to be done is just start. There's one thing that we also need to master in this entire journey, and that is the art of reflection. One of the most powerful yet underrated habits, reflecting. Be brutally honest, what's working and what's not. Track your wins, because small progress is still progress. Write things down. Be as detailed as you can. Your brain has a very convenient way of forgetting the past struggles once you are successful. So what I do is I create a document on Google Sheets where I have like these different tabs, and I track every day. Every day I sit down and track what the day was like. Those little wins, those little failures, everything. So this particular routine works out well for me. You find your own routine and find your own way of reflecting. And that's it. That's it. It sounds so simple, yet so hard to execute that. But hey, as said before, there's always a starting point. So let's just start on this journey. Let me give you a quick recap, because we are coming to the end of this podcast. So if you're someone that has this calling inside you to achieve something big, take this as a note, as an intuition to make this a starting point. Adopt that growth mindset. Believe in yourself even if you're not there yet. Visualize your end goal. Get crystal clear on what you want. Once you're clear on what you want, find your niche. Create that game plan for yourself. That game plan needs to then be adjusted into a specific timeline, because someday is not a deadline. Build a routine that suits you and your lifestyles. And the most important thing of all, reflect regularly. Track and adjust. This journey won't be easy. But remember, you're a masterpiece in making, and every step, every effort, every small win, they all count. And I'll be right here figuring all of this out as well alongside. So let's just take this first few steps, and that's all for today. This was the Executive Diary. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, keep that fire alive and those excuses dead. Thank you.